So now you have all the ingredients. You have your dream life at level 1, vivid vision. You cut back on things you don't need in your budget at level 6. And you have a plan to pay off debt and create an emergency fund. So now you're asking, when can I retire? When can I quit my job and travel the world? How old will I be when I reach financial freedom? Well, you're in luck because today we'll cover level 10 of the 15 levels to financial freedom personal finance plan. Hi, I'm Topher, and after we finish this exercise, you have a clear path of what you need to do and how long it will take to reach financial freedom. When I first focused on financial freedom, I lived a very frugal life. I saved and invested in myself, real estate, and businesses. And even though my income has increased, I still live a modest lifestyle. I still drive the same car, I have the same apartment, and I still cook most of my meals for the past decade. The main change is to splurge a bit on things I enjoy, such as traveling and eating good food. My original goal was to have $40,000 in annual passive net income, which would allow me to be work optional and buy back my time to work on passion projects. But then I asked my friends for their number, and they threw out numbers like $200,000 or $300,000. But I thought my number was too low, and I changed my numbers to match theirs, which would mean I need about $3 million in net worth, or maybe even more to count for inflation and for a slight cushion. Then, when I looked at my trajectory at level 9 net worth calculator, I'd be 40 or 50 years old, which I did not want to wait for. And then I went back and forth between $1 and $3 million net worth. So the point of my story is that you really need to understand yourself and deep dive on how much you work for it. So for example, if you want to chill with your friends, take it easy, invest a bit, and just cruise to retirement, then you might have $1 million at 65 years old, and then you can retire then. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta understand what you truly want, or maybe you want to be work optional in 3 to 5 years and not be stressed out by retirement and focus on a passion business without pressure to monetize quickly. But then you need to focus your time and efforts to invest in yourself and learn about business and real estate. But just like me, you'll need to live frugally and live within $30,000 to $40,000 annually. So you need less invested to cover your smaller expenses and have time to spend on your passion business. Throughout this process, you go back and forth between your vivid vision, your budgets, and how much time and effort you want to invest in yourself and invest in business, the stock market, and real estate. And your timeline is going to change based on how much effort you're willing to put in and how much money you need to retire early. For example, in your original vivid vision, you may have wanted to live in a mansion, but now you realize that it'll take you 5 to 10 more years to save up the money to buy a mansion. But you realize you don't want to spend the time and effort to attain that mansion. And you realize that you just want a home to spend time with your friends, family, and all your hobbies. So use all the tools I provided in the past levels and adjust them all together to align on what your personal finance plan will entail, such as the type of lifestyle, your savings, investing, and donations. Your vivid vision will focus on things you truly want. And you also change your timeline based on the effort and what type of life you want. Lastly, everyone's going to have a different definition of success, the retirement life, and what financial freedom means to them. Some just want to have fun and spend money now, knowing that they'll work into their 60s and 70s, whereas others want to work harder and save more now so that they can retire earlier or work on passion projects. You may also consider moving to a different city or a different country where the cost of living is lower and you can retire earlier. Or you might want to build up a small nest egg and be work optional and start working on your passion projects now. Whatever you decide to do, make sure you have a plan. For level 1, vivid vision, what do you truly want? And how much would that cost? At level 3 and 6, budgets, what do you truly need to buy? And how much do you want to invest? At level 9, net worth, when will you have enough to consider financial freedom? There are 4 keys to a successful goal setting. First, it's specific and well-defined. For example, your goal is to have $850,000 in net worth in 5 years. Secondly, it needs to be measurable, so you'll calculate your net worth by adding up all your assets and subtracting your liabilities. Third, it needs to be realistic. For example, if you currently have a negative net worth and you try to have $850,000 in 5 years, and your salary for the next 3 to 5 years will average out to be $80,000, then your job alone is not going to get you there. However, you can put time and effort to gain new skills and investing to increase your income. The fourth and final attribute of a good goal is timeline. So in this case, 5 years. The result of this exercise is written out financial goals and your plan to achieve them. Here's a pro tip. Always be conservative. You might expect to make $100,000, but don't forget there's taxes. Also, don't forget that life happens and sometimes you'll be derailed and have unexpected expenses. And here's a bonus pro tip. Have both short-term goals and long-term goals. For example, have short-term goals, which are 1 to 3 years, and long-term goals, which are 5 to 10 years, and make sure they're aligned. Your short-term goals should be very actionable, such as investing and learning skills today. And then your long-term goals are writing out on your current investments and the skills you already learned. Here's some insight for later. At levels 11 and 14, we'll cover building wealth through investing. And there's many different investing opportunities and methodologies for short-term and long-term goals. Some investing is very easy and passive, whereas others take more time to learn but can pay out a lot more money. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll address them on my live stream on February 15th at 7 p.m. Pacific Time here on YouTube Live. If you enjoyed this video, share with your friends and family and invite them to join you on your journey to financial freedom. Thanks again for watching. I'm Topher and I'll see you next time.